In an earlier Tales episode, there were stories about the haunted Inland Empire. Now, 3 more for your consideration. First up, the ghostly handprint. The Pinnacle Peak Steakhouse is a popular restaurant located in the city of Colton. But besides being a favorite place to dine, it's also known for a ghostly handprint that allegedly appears on the wall next to the women's restroom. A website paid a visit to the eatery to investigate the phenomenon. According to some employees and a psychic, the handprint belongs to a former patron named LeRoy, who passed away more than 40 years ago. We used to try to wash it off, some of the employees say, but it just kept coming back. So eventually we just stopped and let it be. We kind of started seeing it as a sign that we must be doing things right, the way we were back in the 70s when LeRoy was still alive, says a man who used to work in the back of this steakhouse location long ago. For decades, ghost stories have circulated about the catacombs beneath California Baptist University in Riverside. The catacombs are located beneath the W.E. James Building, one of the oldest structures on campus. Baptist News Global wrote about the alleged paranormal activity in an August 9, 2012 article. In part, the story read, "Numerous paranormal websites list California Baptist University in Riverside, California, as one of the region's most interesting haunted locations. Legend holds that before the old mission-style buildings were a college campus, they housed an insane asylum with buildings connected by a maze of underground catacombs that allowed workers to enter and exit the hospital after the doors were locked. Unruly patients were taken into the tunnels and tortured, the legend goes, and their souls remain there today in the form of knocking sounds heard and blasts of cold air felt coming out of secret entrances around campus, found mysteriously unlocked by adventurous students. The university has gone to great lengths to debunk this story. In a September 8, 2012 article in The Banner, which is a California Baptist University publication, it was written, "The first and possibly the most popular CBU myth is that the school used to be an insane asylum and has haunted catacombs. This is false. It has been disproved many times, not only by CBU, but by the Associated Baptist Press, which has written the story highlighting that such myths were disproved. Before the W.E. James Building, commonly known as Old James, became part of the CBU campus, it was a retirement and care home for the elderly. And while there are, in fact, underground tunnels known as catacombs, they are not haunted." An Associated Baptist Press article indicates that the possible start of this rumor was due to the fact that the landowner was a trustee of an insane asylum, which is not in Riverside, but actually San Bernardino. The rain of rocks refers to the sudden downpour of stones on communities out of a clear sky. Chico, California, located in the Sacramento Valley, experienced such an occurrence in March 1922. The rockfall, which has been showering a warehouse here for the last 4 months, started again today. In 1961, the ABC television anthology series One Step Beyond dramatized the Chico rock rainfall. Host John Newland told viewers how Chico was pelted by rocks falling from an empty sky in the early 1920s. He said the stones would rain down on the small town at the same time every day.
There, Mr. Bradley, a little more to your left. Up there. They are. They're falling from an empty sky.
They're floating.
In a letter sent to a local newspaper, a writer who called himself the Ghost took credit for the phenomena, but he was never identified. In 1962, the IE had its own rain of rocks in the mountain community of Big Bear. In a November 1962 San Bernardino Sun article, Sheriff's Deputy Jerome Ringhofer said W.M. Lowe, his wife, and their 5 children moved out of their home because, they said, stones pelted the house night and day, mostly on the roof. Deputy Ringhofer said reliable witnesses in the neighborhood of the Lowe home also told of being hit by the stones. Until we know what is causing this, we'll have to assume there is some human factor involved. We've stationed deputies all around the house, and it still has been hit by stones. And we haven't found anybody nearby. The deputy said he doesn't prefer to believe, as most witnesses claim, that the stones float down out of the sky. But he also admits that anybody throwing stones would have to have a mighty good arm and pretty elusive to get away. A slingshot theory was also being investigated. In 1982 and 1987 articles, the San Bernardino Sun newspaper retold the story of the Big Bear falling rocks. The articles reported that as soon as the Lowe family moved out of their home, the reports of falling rocks ceased, and that the mystery was never solved.